questions all the time about like, what camera should I buy? What camera do you use? What lens do you use? What lens should I buy? So that's why I decided to make this video, because I literally get that question all the freaking time, and I am just gonna put a video out there for it now. To our channel. My name is Christy if you are new here, and I am a wedding photographer based in Ohio, but I'm always willing to travel. We are going to be talking about what cameras you need, what camera is best for you depending on what you're shooting, stuff like that. So let's just hop right on to the video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more. So you are beginner photographer, intermediate, you're probably not advanced, I don't know. When I first started out, I don't have that camera anymore, but I did start out with the Canon Rebel T7i, and I think I just got like the kit lens with it, so I just used that. But it's nice because like you can also get interchangeable lenses, which like once you start shooting a lot more and everything, you would probably buy another lens. Yeah, I started out with the Canon Rebel T7i. I know a lot of photographers have started out with the T3i. That one's super popular too, but that's just the one I started out with. Basically, like my mom bought it for me, so like that was super sweet, and I just started with that one. Oh, freak. My battery's gonna die. So yeah, that is a great starter camera because especially shooting in auto too, like it just worked really well for me to just really get a feel for a DSLR because it's so different than a point and shoot. So that's actually another thing. If you want to really just like start taking pictures, you can always just get a point and shoot. I'm like the G7X that I am currently shooting on now. That actually takes okay pictures. For just getting started though, I think it would be fine. But if you're really starting to like get into your business, then obviously you definitely need a DSLR to get those like better quality pictures and stuff like that. T7i, T3i, definitely start with one of those to get your feet wet, and you can start with the lens that the kit gives you. If you buy a kit, you're gonna get the camera body. So this is the camera body. So it comes without the lens, obviously. And then this isn't the T7i, but I just want to kind of show you guys what like it means when it says just the body. So this is just the body. It does not come with a lens, and you obviously like can't shoot without a lens. So here's the lens that you can get. I have my 35mm 1.4. It's literally the best thing ever. I love this. It's my go-to lens. But yeah, so if you're looking to buy a body only, which would be cheaper, obviously get this. And then you can, like if you're doing more of like portrait shoots, a prime lens is definitely recommended. I started out with a 51.8, I think it was like maybe $300. So I started off with that, and then I would like move down, get the 51.4, and then eventually the 1.2, which I have now, and then I also have my 35. But those are great starter lenses too. I mean, you can get like the cheaper versions before you get the L series, and they're cheaper. They still work really well. Like that's how I started my business, so you can definitely do it too. Yeah, if you're going for like sports or landscape, obviously like a wider angle lens would be amazing for that. Zoom lenses for sure. I don't use zoom, but I know a lot of like landscape, and like obviously sports photographers use those big zoom telephoto lenses. And yeah, so it just really depends on what you're shooting, so you need to figure that out first. So after I got the T7i and I decided like my business was booming and moving along pretty fast, I decided to upgrade my equipment, invest in good equipment finally, and I sold my T7i and I bought my 6D. So this is the Canon 6D. This is my second camera that I ever bought, and yeah, this thing is amazing. I still have it to this day. It's actually what my second shooter usually shoots with, which is usually Jesse. It's awesome. Like, I still love it. It's so easy to use. It's great in low light situations for weddings, if you're shooting weddings. So yeah, he usually uses this, and then my 50mm 1.2. I don't know if that's in focus, but yeah, this thing is great too. I love it, but it is not my go-to lens. My go-to lens is my 35, which I will show you in a minute. Yeah, definitely if you want to like step up your game from the Rebel series, 6D would be ideal. I've also heard like the 60D is really good. It just, again, depends on what you're wanting to shoot. I liked this because it was good in low light situations and it was just a cheaper DSLR. Yeah, highly recommend the 6D or 60D. Like I said, I never used the 60D, but I've heard a lot of photographers start out with that one as well. So once I really started getting into like wedding season and stuff, and I needed 2 cameras because I had a second shooter, I needed a nicer camera for myself and my second shooter could use that one. I decided to get the 5D Mark III. So this is my baby. It's my 5D Mark III. It literally is pretty worn. You can see the bottom's all like torn up, but I have been using this thing, oh goodness, for like 2 years now. Yeah, almost 2 years, which is crazy. It's lasted so long, but I absolutely love it. Like, it's amazing. I know the Canon 5D Mark IV is out, and I've heard amazing things about that as well. So that's probably my next purchase, but this has just been my baby and I love it so much, and my go-to lens with my 5D Mark III, my 35. I like put on this like calming background video on YouTube. Now there's an ad, whatever. Like I said earlier, if you get a kit and you get the lens and the body, obviously this is like how it would come. It would come with the lens and the body instead of just the body like I showed you earlier. But yeah, this is my usual setup. I have my 35, my Canon 35 1.4, and then my Canon 5D Mark III. This has gotten me so far in my business, and I'm so thankful. So I know a ton of photographers use the 35 too. So, I mean, I can't say enough great things about it. I've also had the Sigma 35, and I loved that, but it broke, and then like not even a few months into using it, so I switched to Canon, and I was like, you know what, this thing's great. So, and I know there's a little bit of color difference, so you just have to mess with it and see which one you like better. I honestly, when I was starting out too, I would rent from borrowlenses.com. Like, I still rent from them occasionally because I'm trying out new equipment and stuff, especially because we started doing video with our business. But there's so many great things you can rent on there, and just try out before you buy, because obviously this is very expensive and you don't want to waste your money on something and then not like it, you know? So let me show you another lens that I have. I have the Sigma 85. This is great for weddings, aka ceremonies, when, like I said, I don't use zoom lenses, so the 85 is great for when I'm trying to get close-up shots. Ceremony or during like dances and speeches and stuff, it's really great. I absolutely highly recommend an 85 if you're trying to get those close, intimate shots at a wedding. I'm sure they're great for like portraits and stuff too. I just haven't used them for portraits. I just use them for certain parts of a wedding day. Obviously, I am biased towards Canon. I have like all Canon products except for my 85. I just always have used Canon, so I've never have really tried anything else, but I've heard Sony is amazing, like especially with video. Nikon is great too. I'm not gonna bash on Nikon, but Canon has been great for me, and like I said, it just really depends on what you're going to shoot. Like if you're doing the landscape, if you're doing weddings, if you're doing just like portraits, whatever you're going for, you just really have to consider that when you are deciding to buy a camera and a lens. Those are like, that camera is just something that I think you like need, or at least that lens, you know? Those lenses are like so great. Like those prime lenses are, I think, what you need for a wedding day. And I know some people could say like the 24. A lot of people use a zoom lens on a wedding day. I personally just don't. So it's up to you guys. Definitely recommend those lenses and that camera, both cameras, especially once you get into your business more. Obviously, investing in good equipment is what you need to do. Even at the beginning, honestly, like I know starting out, a lot of people get the T7i, the T3i, just because they're cheaper and they come with a bunch of stuff. Sorry, my camera just died. I'm glad I made it through a lot of that though. I mean, if it comes with, a lot of people get that because it comes with the kit, and You get so much, you get memory cards, a charger, all that good stuff, and it's just easier that way. So I think that's why a lot of people start with it. That's why I started with it, honestly. And then once my business started taking off a little bit, I was like, okay, like this is the time that I need to invest because this is becoming serious. Like this is becoming a business. So yeah, Canon Rebel T3i, T7i. If you're really just wanting to take like nicer pictures, and but honestly that iPhone takes like really good pictures. So if you want to just start by just concentrating and taking good photos with your iPhone, go for it. Take good photos, like portrait mode's not bad. So yeah, and then the Canon G7X Mark II is what I'm filming on now. Again, it takes decent pictures, nothing like too extravagant. Canon Rebel T3i, T7i. You can get the body only, you can get the kit lens. It just depends on what you're shooting again. And then the Canon 6D, and I started with the 50mm 1.8. I went to the 50mm 1.4, and here I am with 1.2. Yeah, so like I said, borrowedlenses.com is a great rental place. I've had such good experiences with them. I know there's a ton of other ones, but that's just the one I've always gone to. Facebook Marketplace is honestly where I bought my, there's like a Canon group on Facebook where like people sell stuff, and that's where I got my 5D Mark III for way cheaper than buying a brand new one, and it's lasted me almost 2 years. So granted, it is coming to the end of its life, I'm pretty sure. So like I said, I'm probably gonna get the Mark IV here pretty soon. Once your business keeps taking off, you just gotta invest more and get the better equipment. If you have the money though to do it right away, go for it. Like it's not gonna hurt. You're investing in your business. And if it's something that you are truly passionate about and like you want to make this your career, then investing in good equipment is key. Investing in good education, stuff like that. Like there's so many things. I can do a whole nother video on that if you would like to see that as well. I think that's gonna be it for this video. I mean, I talked about what I thought the camera you need is, the lenses you need, the best starting out camera, stuff like that. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below, or you can follow me on Instagram and message me on there as well. I'm here to help, and I am so happy that you guys clicked on this video, so please give it a thumbs up. It really helps because I need to know that you guys like these type of videos so I can keep making them, and subscribe because that really helps as well. And I'm just so thankful I get to do this, and it's super cool. So thank you again, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!